Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler videos, series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. Eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I'm getting chilled out in the shade here on the side of the road. You might occasionally see a car go by. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today, folks? Well, it happens to be my beloved Dragon Ball shirt. I like this shirt a whole bunch. I actually got it from Walmart. It took a while to get, though, because I saw that it was available as a shirt. Like I could see the display at one point when I went in. But then, I never ran into it. It was always sold out. It's Dragon Ball related. But thankfully, after probably a couple months of searching, I finally found one that not only had some in stock, but actually had my size available. And I've loved this thing ever since, man. The original Dragon Ball stuff for me has always I think it holds up very well. And there's some parts that are a little bit cringe, to be fair. But I really enjoy, it's the series that I most enjoy going back to and revisiting. Whereas, Dragon Ball Z, I still think it's a really good series. GT has a lot of good ideas. Super, I didn't get into at all. But it is a cool shirt, and I love to represent it. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Well, so I just got through reviewing a meatball sub from a local spot known as, where's the thing? Boom! Gambino's, the little Italian deli, which is a local establishment. And basically what it came down to was I went over there, I posted up a poll maybe a couple weeks ago at the time I'm doing this, where I asked all of you fine folks, hey, I do these sub sandwich reviews, and there's lots of really great local spots that I've reviewed in the past that I haven't gotten back to. Where would you like to see me, hit up again? And Gambino's overwhelmingly won. I'd reviewed a couple of their subs about a year and a half ago, and so I just got through reviewing their meatball sub. Now we're moving on to another one. What is it, though? What are we doing here? Well, it's it's this. But what is it? It is their... where's the thing? It is their Diablo sub sandwich, which consists of mortadella, hot capicola, pepperoni, hot sopressata? Sure, I'm going with that. Provolone, lettuce, tomato, Calabrian mayo, and hot giardiniera. It sounds like it should be amazing. We'll find out together. But I do have to preface it real quick here. With this being a sub sandwich review, I have, for over 2 years now, I've been going on sub sandwich adventures, and what that means is I've been going out to basically every place that sells sub sandwiches. I've been reviewing them, uploading those reviews to my YouTube channel. For all of you fine folks, that's number one. Where number two comes into play is that I'm such a nice guy. Not only do I go over there and I upload them to my YouTube channel, I also go over there, I upload them to a specific playlist called Subs for Subs. That playlist is just my sub sandwich reviews. So if you enjoy my sub sandwich reviews, first of all, thank you very much. Just go to that particular playlist. At the time I'm doing this, I have over 100 sub sandwich reviews on there. And that's where number three kicks in, because maybe that's not enough. Maybe you're greedy. Maybe you need even more sub sandwich goodness. Just wait until Sunday. Why? Because Sunday is SUBday. That is the day when I go over there and upload my sub sandwich reviews. And ever since I've been doing this series, I've managed to get you at least one every single Sunday. So, let's get to this sandwich. Oh, it's juicy. It looks like, boom, it looks like this. I mean, come on, that's not bad looking. That's pretty damn sexy from where I'm standing. I'm sitting, but, so let's get a thing for the thing. Looks like that. Ha 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 ha! And let's get in there and try ourselves out this rather excellent looking sub. Yes, sir. I'm a big fan of this. Yeah, man. I love a classics deli style sub. Obviously, I do this show, but I do love it when you find places that find ways to, it's great to, do the classics, but it's also nice when you can go over there and kind of elevate it a little bit, try out some new things and have it work. This, just at its core, is a great deli style sub. It's fantastic. You can tell that the ingredients are really good, and the bread is fantastic. I really like Gambino's bread. It's got all that going for it. But then, just going over there, using a few elements, just to give it that little extra kick, to turn it into that Diablo sub, for me, yes. Look. It's messy as shit, and I don't care. I'm here for it. Oh, that giardiniera. Ooh. Second bite was even better than the first. And if you're unfamiliar with giardiniera, it's like a Chicago staple for a lot of our food. It's kind of like a spicy relish kind of thing. That is so good, man. I appreciate the fact that you can tell Gambino's uses quality ingredients, because even with the kick that this has, and it has a decent kick to it, like my mouth has a nice warmth to it right now, you can still taste how good the deli meats and everything else is. And that's a sign of quality. If you're not using quality ingredients, the rest of this stuff is going to be completely overshadowed by the kick that you get from it. The initial experience is mostly just enjoying a nice, very tasty deli sandwich. And then about halfway through, you start getting that kick. You've got You've got elements of the saltiness from the pepperoni. You've got the hot capicola already doing its thing. It's this great mix of spicy and savory, but then also just all of these great elements. Again, gotta give him credit for the bread. Perfect sub bread. And there's almost like a vinegariness to it that really carries through. And it just kind of adds to the zing of the spice. It's like a separate type of its own heat. It just kind of brings that extra, and it kind of opens up the sandwich. It gives it just that expression. So it's not just the spicy, it's not just the savory. It's also got that openness from that, again, somewhat, kind of oily, vinegary flavor. This right here, folks, you know what this is? This is the business. I love this sub sandwich a lot. In fact, I'm going to be honest, I genuinely think this is the best sub sandwich I've had in a while. Because, well, alright. Let's move past that. Two questions have to be asked then. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Absolutely and absolutely. Well, sort of. So for me personally, like I said, I'm not only saying that this is the business, but I am definitely saying that I think this is the best sub I've had in a little while. It's been, part of the reason why I posted up the poll was because I hadn't been to any of my local delis in a while. I'd still been putting out sub sandwich reviews, but I'd mostly been featuring, things like Jersey Mike's, Subway, the chain locations. Typically they're just a little bit easier for me to kind of get around to, but I really wanted to hit up one of our delis in the area. And when Gambino's won the poll, I was definitely excited because the first time I'd been there, I'd really enjoyed both their sandwiches. I thought they were really good. When I did the first review with the meatball sub, please go watch that review if you want my full take on it. It was a good sub, but I didn't feel it quite stood up to the standards I'd hoped for from the previous subs that I'd had from them. This sub has not only met, it has exceeded those expectations. This, I think, is a perfect Brandon Wenzel sub. It's got all the things that I personally love about a really great sub sandwich. It's got beautiful bread. It's got quality ingredients. It's just, and it just works. Just fundamentally, it works as a sandwich, regardless of anything extra. But then, again, adding in that, the hot capicola, adding in, especially the Giardiniera, because boy, oh boy, when you get a proper bite of the Giardiniera, that's when you just get this explosion of flavor. And that, for me, really pushed it over the edge. And for me, it's definitely the business. I am super duper down with this. Now, if I'm recommending it, here's the thing. This is not going to be for everybody. It's not a super spicy sub by any means, but it's got heat to it, proper heat. Like I said, definitely warms up your mouth. That's not going to be for everybody. But I think that anybody who's looking at their menu and sees a sandwich called the Diablo, certainly if they read the ingredients list, they're probably going to already know if that's not going to be for them or not. My thing is more just talking about the quality of the sub and the overall eating experience that I got from it. And in that regard, I absolutely recommend it. If it sounds like a sub that would be good to you, just by going off the ingredients, what's posted, it's absolutely a sub that you need to have. Because it is going to, just looking at it, it looks like it's going to be good. It is going to exceed those expectations. I can all but promise you that. Because the way that this came together, not only with the spice, not only just with the solid ingredients, but just the overall, the way it worked as a singular sandwich is very impressive. And it just showcases the difference between, again, going to a chain location and going to a proper deli and getting a really kick-ass sub. But anyway, I've run long on this one. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your folks. Go over there, have yourselves a truly proper subtastic rest of your life. Because, man, it's been too long since I've had a really good sub. And this has made my day. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks. Do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, thing that I want you to go do, especially in light of this fantastic sandwich I've enjoyed, something that I've mentioned plenty of times before, and will certainly mention plenty of times afterwards, make sure you get out, make sure you support your local food scene, okay? Cannot stress that enough. I wish, the fact that it took me so long to get back to Gambino's speaks to the fact that there are so many really awesome places around me to eat. I really count myself as extremely fortunate. Because at the end of the day, it's like, if I wanted to regularly hit up all the places that I enjoy going to, I would have to go out to eat basically for every meal every day. It would cost me an absurd amount of money. I would weigh 800 pounds. That is how much really good stuff I have available. But it's important that you keep embracing that you keep exploring new things and supporting it when you find places that you really like. So, I'm glad I get to do that with Gambino's today because I think they're a really stellar place.